Hi, I watched Love Between Fairy and Devil, and here's my review. Dongfang Qingcang is a terribly powerful and emotionless man who gets sealed away after he marched against the fairy realm. 30,000 years later, while there is disturbance with the seal, a flower fairy, Xiaolanhua, accidentally breaks it while trying to help. Guys, this drama, I'm still all over my feels. I feel very happy, but at the same time, I feel quite sad because I finished this drama. You can't imagine how much I cried when it ended because I had to say goodbyes to these characters. I cried like a baby. Anyway, this is a genre, I think it's a shansha. Something that I don't watch really often at all. I barely saw a few only. And so maybe that's one of the reasons why I was so into it, because it's quite different from what I usually watch. However, because of this, it took me a hot minute to get used to the special effects. Since I don't watch this genre often, I don't know if the special effects in this drama in particular are good, considered good, or considered bad. Personally, at first while watching the drama, I was 100% on the side of it is bad. It really took me a moment to get used to it. However, as the drama progressed, I got used to it. Like, for example, I got used to the voice of our female lead. So, in the end, the special effects started to look better and better in my eyes. So, yeah, I think the special effects are pretty decent actually in this drama after completing it. But it's true that at first, very difficult for me. While I'm on this, I have to mention how beautiful the opening is, both visually and musically. I got very hyped during the drama when they started using the opening song. Finally, they used it very well, not too often, but enough to make me very pumped up every time I would hear it in the drama. The only real complaint I have about this drama, and it was not even enough to make me lower my rating, is how long it is. On the side, it didn't feel that long at all. For a very long time in the drama, I was not feeling the length of it at all. However, it's true that starting episode 30 approximately, I started to feel like it was a bit long. But yeah, that's the only little thing I want to mention. But apart from that, it didn't really bother me either. Why? Because I was so invested into this story. Wow, guys, I feel like it's been so long since I've been this emotionally invested into a drama. I felt completely attached to them, attached to the characters. It's crazy. I felt things that I hadn't felt for a very long time watching a drama, and it actually made me realize that I had not been feeling it for a long time. And for example, it's the feeling of love, in the sense that, of course, when I watch something romantic and very cute, I go all giddy and I get super shy sometimes watching them being so cute in front of me. But that's about it. I get a nice little feeling, but that's it. But for this drama, it really made me feel love, in the sense that I could feel warmth in my chest. I was all warm inside, and yeah, it made me feel like I was in love myself while watching it. I was really feeling the emotions, their feelings inside myself, and it was so strong. Whew. Wow. Really, it's been such a long time I felt something like this, really. And I loved it, every second of it. Honestly, I'm very so glad I decided to pick up this drama and try it. In the first place, I was very interested because of the title that I found very interesting, and also the poster, who looks absolutely stunning in my opinion. I really love it. It looks so pretty and romantic. Anyway, I was so interested, and then when it started to air, I saw a lot of people commenting about it and how good it was. Well, it seemed at least that people were saying very good things about it. So yeah, I'm so glad I picked it up. And yeah, really, I don't even know what to say. I'm still kind of in my feels. I finished it not yesterday, but the day before, and I'm still in it. I'm not completely gone yet. Um, yeah, it's crazy how invested I was in this drama. So guys, if Love Between Fairy and Devil is a drama you haven't seen yet, honestly, I 100% recommend. Even if it's not your genre, even if you might have a bit of difficult time at the beginning because of the special effects, for example, that can be a bit overwhelming because there is a lot of effects. I still recommend it. Please watch it. And if you haven't seen it, there's also 2 little special episodes, one of 2 minutes and one of 7 minutes, I think, if I remember correctly. But they are quite disappointing, honestly. When I saw there was 2 special episodes that are a sequel, I was so happy, so hyped, because I didn't notice when I finished the drama right away. And so I was very hyped, but it's only a montage, a collage of things we already see in the drama. We have a bit of voiceover that is new, but that's about it. And so, yeah, quite disappointing, because I'm going to talk about it in a spoil part right now, but there is another little thing that kind of bothered me. This drama is so long, and so there would be so many things to talk about, especially since I loved it so much and felt so many things. But that's going to be impossible, so I'm going to try and say the most I can without forgetting things, but it's probably going difficult even with my notes. First, something I really like in this drama is the progression of our 2 main characters together, and therefore the progression of the story as well. It feels quite natural. Throughout the drama, little by little, they really open up to one another, and it's so gradual. So from the beginning, where they are complete strangers and they don't get along, until they become kind of friends, slowly, very slowly, and then they start to have feelings for each other, but they feel, both of them can't let go of what stopped them from being together, the differences they have. They can't let them go. So they like each other, but they feel like there's going to be a problem, especially Xiao Lanhua. Until they really fully love each other so much, and then they kind of don't care of what is around them, and they just want to be with the other person regardless of everything that stopped them before. And I just feel like it's so well done. Oh, talking about it, remembering these moments and everything makes me feel things again. Wow. Anyway, I feel like this is very well done. Also, and to stay on this, is the fact that there is not much drama between our main couple at all. The drama is so long, yet we have such little drama between our 2 main characters. We have a bit, of course, but it's understandable drama. It's drama that makes sense in the story. It's not stupid, useless, pointless drama thrown out there to make the story continue or just to add drama to it. So this, I really enjoyed it, because, for example, I thought that there would be such a huge drama when Xiao Lanhua would discover the real identity of Dongfang Qingcang. I'm sorry, by the way, if I pronounce it very bad, but in my language it's very difficult to pronounce the second part of his name. So my apologies if I butcher his name. But yeah, I thought there was going to be such a huge drama part when she would discover this fact, and other stuff also in the drama. But no, there is a bit of drama, of course, but it's so well done that I'm losing all my words. But yeah, I'm very glad there is no excessive drama, and drama that makes sense just to make drama. Something else I also really like are Chang Heng and Dan Yin. Again, sorry, I'm butchering the names. But I really like these two. Honestly, when I started the drama, I thought both of them were going to be trouble. But no, it's not the case. They are not trouble. They are both two very good characters. I usually don't really care about side characters at all. But these two characters, especially Dainin, I really like them a lot. They they have their moments with our main characters, of course, but yeah, I really like them, and I think that Dainin is such a MVP. She's really so badass and so cool. In the end, I thought she was going to be kind of a pest character, very mean character, but no, she turns out to be so nice and so she I would say she likes to help others because she showed it countless times. Of course, she helps Chang Heng the most. But yeah, what a character, really. Therefore, I'm very glad that they both get their happy ending together as friends, especially for Danin, since she's been in love with him for such a long time. And although she knows things will never work between the two of them, now we never know, things could. But yeah, they become such good friends together, and so yeah, very happy for them. Now, of course, I have to mention the body swapping. When it happens the first time, I actually didn't think it would happen again. I kind of actually forgot that it happened in the beginning when it happened the second time. So I think this was very well done. I don't think it was, well, no, I'm gonna say I'm not sure it was done on purpose. But yeah, I completely forgot by the time it happened the second time. And boy, it was very, very well done. Very funny, I have to say. Very funny to see Dongfang Qingzang acting this way. But so well done. They did a very good job at mimicking one another. Of course, for the actress playing Xiao Hua, I think it's going to be a bit more easy because she just has to play badass and cool and mean. So there's this, but for the actor playing Donghang Xingcang, actually having to play Xiao Hua, very, very convincing. I would see him, look at him, watch him, but I would see Xiao Hua and not him. So very, very good job and very good to add humor to the drama. Not that the drama doesn't have enough humor in the first place, because it's a pretty fun and pretty light drama. Honestly, because of that, I don't want to say I was pretty certain, but I was pretty certain still that the ending would be a good ending because of the tone of the drama. Then again, like I said, I don't watch Xianxia. I don't know if I've even seen one before. I know I saw one or two wuxias before Xianxia. I'm not sure. But the fact is, yeah, I was still a bit doubtful because of that. Since it's a genre I don't see, I thought maybe it's very light, but it can very much have a bad ending. But I'm so glad it is a good ending. I know it, I know myself very well, and I know with a bad ending I would have given 9.5 out of 10 to this drama because it would have kind of destroyed me at the very end. But it's not the case, we get a happy ending, so very, very happy. And when I said I cried at the end of the drama, I did cry, but both because I was so happy it was a happy ending, but also sad because I had just finished the drama. I sobbed like a baby. I can't believe it. It's been very, it's been a long time since I cried so much, and it was very difficult to get over it that night. I even dreamed about it, to tell you. But yeah, so actually, the one other thing that did bother me a bit is actually the ending and how we don't have enough time of Dongfang Qingcang and Xiao Hua at the very end. I wouldn't actually need a lot more, to be honest, but just a I'm back and that ends like this. Maybe just give us 2 to 5 minutes, just 2 to 5 minutes more to really gather ourselves and let it finish. Like, I don't know how to say it. But yeah, it just feels like it's missing just a few minutes to make it very, very much perfect, in my opinion. Also, what actually now really bothered me in this ending is how Dong Fang Ting Sang reappears, comes back. So, if you watch my videos, you know that I don't like separations, and that I always find separations to be too long, way too long, when it's 3, 4, 5 years. Well, in this case, we have 500 years. But it doesn't really bother me this much because of the genre and because every time frame in this drama is very long. So 500 years feels like it's almost nothing. So this doesn't really bother me. However, what bothers me is that they give no explanation of how he is able to come back. At least for Xiaolanhua, when she died, we had an explanation, a way for her to come back. It could fail, but we had a way because of a certain reason. But in this case, I'm not sure. Maybe it's implied with the little moon that she gave her power to it for these 500 years, and it finally worked and made it able for him to come back. So maybe it's this, but I wish they would have explained it a bit more, because it just seems like it's a miracle, it just comes back. And she does talk about miracles and believing in them. But I need more than a miracle for something like that. I need, even if it's a miracle, I need an explanation to the miracle, not just I come back. So yeah, this is the slight disappointment I have about this drama, but then again, overall I loved the drama so much that I was unable to lower my rating just because of this, even if it's something that bothers me a bit and will continue to bother me. And that's about it for me with Love Between Fairy and Devo. Honestly, I feel like I could talk about it for such a long time, but I'm kind of missing the words and I followed my note, and hopefully I forgot nothing I wanted to say, because it's such a great drama. I really loved it so much. I saw a few people who didn't like it.Maybe there are people who are used to the genre. Maybe it was just not for them. Honestly, for me, it's a great drama. I loved it so much. I'm not sure I'll watch it again because it's so long, but for sure, I changed everything for this drama. My Twitter setting is all changed to them. My phone is all changed to them. Yeah, I'm completely obsessed with them right now. So yeah. A drama that I recommend 100%, 1000% even. Some of the things I saw why people didn't like it. One of the things is how long it can be, and the second thing is the voice of the main actress, because it's very high and bubbly and girly. And while I do admit that it did kind of bother me a bit at the beginning, I got used to it very quickly. And find her just so cute in the end. Oof. Just so cute. Yeah, I would like a Xiaolanhua for myself. Anyway, so if you haven't watched this drama, if you're wondering if you should watch it, if you had no plan to watch it anyway, please try it, at least give it a chance, because hopefully you're going to enjoy it as well, and I hope you will if you do. Because everyone deserves to spend a good time in front of a drama, and if you could spend a good time in front of this one, this would make me very happy. Anyway, with this, I'm gonna finish there and see you in the next video. Bye bye!